Alright, this is my review of the Schrade SCAXE5 carbon steel full tang hatchet with your standard carbon fiber handle scales. This is a rather small hatchet, so it's not going to be for any big chopping purposes. This is more of a side tool or a backup. It didn't come super sharp. I haven't sharpened it at all. So we're just going to go ahead and give you a demonstration. I got a few different types of wood that we're going to use, so just go ahead and get started. So, makes quick work of pine. It is a slightly softer wood than what's in the rest of my area. Go ahead and chop up another piece real quick. Sorry for the wind. I didn't realize it was going to be so windy today. When you're really choking up back here, it's not the most comfortable thing to hold, actually, because this will start digging into your last two fingers, and this digs into this finger. So for the last three fingers, you're kind of getting a little bit of a stabbing pain here after you're chopping for a little bit. So it's actually best to hold it right about here. You don't get as much of a controlled swing or impact, but it definitely feels a little bit more comfortable. And that time I won't stick to the ground. So it makes quick work of softer, lighter woods. I'm going to grab a piece of harder wood. Now this is a thinner piece, but it is a little bit harder, so we'll see how it does. It is a little bit harder chopping some of this harder wood. This took about the same amount of time really to chop through, and that's only because this is a lot softer. It is a little bit more green. It's not completely seasoned, so that could have something to do with it, but still it is almost twice as thick and taking about as long. I feel they should have definitely profiled this a little bit narrower so it would bite much better. I'm gonna go ahead and delimb this small branch here. One thing I will say, it seems to be rather comfortable to choke up all the way to the neck of the blade. And it's not too bad to make a feather stick or just to strip bark off of something if that's what you need. And the pick on this axe, it's a nice, I guess, feature in an idea, but for an axe this size, there's no real practical purpose to have a pick on the back of a hatchet this small. For larger tactical hatchets that have the bigger spike on the back, those are for door pulling or other urban type tasks that might need to be pick might need to be used for. But there's also normally serrations on the back so that it digs in and grabs onto the material and makes it easier to rip off. Whereas this, it's a very small pick, no serrations, so you're not going to be able to really pry. It's just going to slip right off. I've tried. There's just no real application for this in such a small hatchet. I personally wish they would have had a model that came without it at all, because as of right now it's really only a danger to the user. There's no real application for it. It's just not totally necessary. I think it's more for aesthetics than anything. I do like the addition to the pry tool. It could come in handy for digging or pulling out roots if you're using it in a wilderness scenario. This is a decent urban tomahawk or hatchet. It's not big enough to be an axe or a tomahawk in my opinion. This is a hatchet. It's hatchet sized, and all the features are of a hatchet standard. So really, you're going to be using this for light chopping. It's going to be probably a backup. You're not going to want to only have this. It takes too long to chop through some of the harder wood. The profile, it's not as angled as I would like it to be. Also, it's just not as comfortable as I was expecting to be. Holding it just traditionally is fine, but if you really want to do chopping, it's best to hold it here. Only problem is it's not too terribly comfortable. Also, price point. I'm not disappointed with the hatchet at all. I really do like it. It's just the price point at $65 does not really reflect on its capabilities. I think it'd be a much better suited for around 40 bucks. It's just for what you're going to be using it for and what you're getting out of it. I don't see the price point at $65 being reasonable. And I guess that's really all I have to say. Or I guess I'll go over the sheath. Also, very standard. I mean, I had a $10 tomahawk that had almost an identical sheath. Plus, I really do not like the snaps back here for belt loops holders. It'd be much better if they were just one piece instead of having snaps. It doesn't really make it any easier to put off, or any faster, I should say, to take on and off. So just a really standard, there's no real high quality aspect in the sheath. So again, for $65, yes and no. It's I don't regret buying it because I do like it. I do plan on taking it camping with me, but I don't think it's worthy of $65. There are much better things out there for $65. Not saying that's expensive or anything. It's just for what you get. It really doesn't seem like it should be that high of a price. Plus, I hope to see a future model that does not have the spike on it, because there is no real advantage of having it on there. It's just for aesthetics, really, in my opinion. There's probably plenty of people out there that say it's a great thing to have, but for a wilderness aspect, it's not useful. It's more of a tactical. And getting into that, it is, like, you can look at it and see that it is more of a tactical hatchet, but Schrade advertises it as a light use wilderness tomahawk. So I just feel like they should have put more time and consideration into that back spike, or just removing it completely. But that's my quick review of the Schrade SCAXE5. If you want to spend the $65, pick it up on Amazon. That's probably the easiest place to find it. So if you guys liked the video, just please rate, comment, and subscribe.